Manhattan District Attorney vacates 188 cases tied to convicted cops. The Manhattan District Attorney Office will throw almost 200 misdemeanor convictions with ties to 8 NYPD officers found guilty of crimes linked to their work. District Attorney Alvin Bragg announced that his office would vacate 188 convictions on the grounds of due process violations following investigation to the newly created Post-Conviction Justice Unit.
They just like the LAPD, just like the Chicago.
It's all gangs. They're gangs. New York must know that everyone is acting with the utmost integrity in the pursuit of equal justice under the law, Bragg said in a statement released on Thursday. Without that belief, our criminal justice system will never be able to deliver real and lasting safety that every community deserves. Don't need to read much of that. They're going to went on to say from 2001 to 2016, these officers were basically putting false charges on people, getting them convicted.
We shocked.
Not surprised at all. We know what's going on. The cameras didn't change shit. It was supposed to make things better.
They just tell you.
Now we just see it on camera and they still say nothing happened.
Nothing happened here.
We sit on camera now and they still say nothing happened. So it is what it is. You just got to do whatever you got. You got to do whatever you can.
I fear for my life.
You have to do whatever you can to just not be around these people. If you have you have to literally do everything that a cop come around. Just get the hell away from them.
It's called discernment and putting yourself in situations that you know that you're not gonna have to encounter them.
You get pulled over, do just exactly what he said. Even if he's been an asshole, no, he's looking for a reason.
They try to be like these white people that go on YouTube.
I don't answer questions.
I'm not being detained.
Am I being detained?
I don't answer questions.
Now your ass getting pulled out of your car and shot.
I don't have to roll down my window.
Yeah.
You don't want to roll it down?
And they pulling you out,
yank your ass out of there,
tasing you, beating you to death. And that's literally a video of I forgot his last name was Green. I forgot his name. Black man was in his car. They bust the window, pulled him out, and beat him to death.
Exactly. When they pull your ass over, have your license, registration in your hand, hold it out the window so they see it.
And they don't always work. We know. They deal with some cops sometimes who just on that type of time. It is what it is, but you got to do everything in your power to just get away from them.
We now know that the police officers don't de-escalate the situation, so the civilians have to
do it.
De-escalate the situation.
You got to do whatever you got to do to get home to your family, man. And I want to show this right here. The Milwaukee Police Department molested 74 black men. Those are just the ones that came forward. No other race, ethnicity of man came forward. Listen to them describe the details. Let me show you.
He pulled down my pants, touched my testicles. They like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. He pulled my drawers down and dug in my rectum.
The alleged victims keep coming forward. 8 Milwaukee police officers are under internal investigation, accused of performing illegal strip searches, including cavity searches on the streets. Were they wearing any gloves?
No, I didn't see not one. There was no gloves.
Kevin Freeman Jr. claims back in December he and some friends were violated during a traffic stop.
When they searched me, they like eased down and they put their hands right between my butt. And I try to reach back and when I try to reach back and try to stop them, they just got to slam me.
Now you got to worry about them trying to stick their finger up your ass.
You mean now? They've been
I'm
doing
just talking about.
I know, but cops, bruh.
So this is where I can't say this on YouTube.
This is
because they're gonna say you threatening to harm police officers. So I won't say it.
This is where these cops' homoerotic tendencies come out. What man wants to search another man's scrotum? Like, what are you doing? We're in the street. This is not me trying to enter a building. It's not a place you could do a cavity search, a strip search. You're supposed to do a pat down. That's it.
That's it. And then you know that it's a sexual thing because they not even putting on no gloves.
That's the crazy part.
They got shit all over.
No. The crazy part is them putting their hands on these dudes' private parts, but then they're not even using gloves. They just going raw with it.
They be smelling their fingers later.
That's not funny. But it's crazy. Now you see right here, Baton Rouge PD molested 2 black boys in the traffic. One boy was just 16. Imagine being handcuffed so you can't move, and a cop pulls down your underwear and fondle you. To a child, the cop is still employed by the PD. I'm not going to show all the videos. Memphis police molested a black male. He said the officer used his badge specifically for illegal sexual gratification of his body. He details his experience. Now we ask the question, how many of these police officers are homosexual? Closeted. Because they got this high testosterone, overly aggressive. How many of them are closeted homosexual?
Well, they said that they, they did that manifesto they put out. They said they're going to be in all your
industries.
All your industries.
Going to your college, we're going to be in your dorm room.
So it's not just the white supremacists that are in the...
it's the white supremacists homosexual.
Well, they all...
Yeah, they got a little bit of that in all of them. 1.5 black men, 23 and under, alive right now in the U.S. have been arrested at least once. We are routinely touched sexually during pat frisk, and when behind closed doors are routinely strip searched, completely nude, and even sexually touched during these searches. Hell, prison. They been right over, coughed 2 times. Like, that's crazy. That's
why I gotta bend over and cough.
I don't know. NYPD
what does cough do? It spread. What does it do?
I don't know. Chief Christopher McCormick was so obsessed with young black and Latino men's genitals that he actively molested them even after they was promoted to positions that required no street duty. So even after he got off of the streets, he got a promotion, he couldn't stay away from that streets.
So it's Latinos now too?
Damn,
I'm not trying to bring down the mood, but it's them too?
In that one tweet, I guess.
Oh, okay.
After slavery ended, black men were representing the family and black wealth took off. After mass incarceration, setting white men for the first time were able to custody of our bodies again. Nothing will ever change until we reverse that, starting with saying pause on our bodies. So they went through and showed all the incidents. Even this is Kodak Black. See how the cop grabbing him up? Now, at least he had gloves. Now imagine the mentality you got to have if you're on the street and a cop can just pull you over and grab you up like that. Remember that video of the black woman who the cop was grabbing her and was grabbing her in her private area?
Yeah.
And it was like, what you doing? And even the other police officer like, chill out, what you doing? He had to stop him. Like, stop. Why are you grabbing her? What you doing? What's wrong with you? So these cops, they find any reason to touch you. So that's all those cases. I'm not going to read through all of them, but it happens a lot. Like, a lot. It seems like everybody who get pulled over,
is being fondled.
You're getting fondled. You got to find a way to stay away from them. You got the children would have been dope for countering, we are the salt of the earth, Mr. White Man. I think they're just doing this to emasculate black men. They don't have to be gay to do it. That's true. They don't have to be. But I think any man who does that, even if it's to emasculate, there's some gay stuff in there in either way. Bro just said that was here in Kentucky. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. I would expect it to be somewhere like Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama.
Those are white areas.
Those Oklahoma. I would expect it to be in those areas. That goes back to the discussion. Should niggas move back south and just take it over? You got to deal with that. Once again, you need a private security force. You can't go based off of the police. They're not going to be right. Look at this. This is in Brooklyn. This was a Haitian immigrant. The police assault on Abner Louima and what it means. So this Haitian immigrant back in the 90s was literally, they took the stick and put it up his, and literally raped him. Remember, that happened in France as well, if you remember. Remember that story?
Mm-hmm.
It happened in France where the cops literally, he's on a colostomy bag now.
Wow.
It's crazy. Black man alleges he was stopped, detained, and raped by Memphis police in 2019. So a black alleged that a federal lawsuit that 2 members of the Memphis Police Department stopped him and conducted a body cavity search without probable cause. Memphis police, this is back in, obviously, this is 2019. But this story was released in 2020. The last week, Deandra Billingsley filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court, the Western District of Tennessee, that alleges 2 MPD officers stopped him at the intersection of Red Oak Street while he spoke to his son and a female acquaintance on August 5th, 2019. Both the young men were on the foot. The 2 officers were identified as John Doe 1, a white man, and John Doe 2, an Asian or Middle Eastern man, pulled up and demanded he put his hands on the hood of his patrol car. They also detained the boy was speaking with. The complaint said the lawsuit, which was filed by Anderson Crump Law Apperson Crump. I thought it was
Ben Crump?
That's not Ben Crump.
I don't know.
It says Apperson Crump Law Firm identified a young man as DM. He did not consent to being searched and detained and told the officer as much. According to the suit, he was handcuffed and put his face down into the backseat of the patrol car. One officer, identified as Doe Warren, allegedly pulled down his pants, reached into his underwear, and stuck 1 or 2 fingers up his anus. What is going on? Like, what? Now, is this the so-called war on drugs? Do you think this man is walking around with drugs up his ass?
Sound like the war on the black man's asshole.
That's what it seems like. Why are you so quick? Like, what's going on? In the middle of the street, in the back of a car.
Face down, ass up. That's what they pretty much did in the car.
Damn, hold on.
That's pretty much what they did to that black man.
That's
in the
not
car.
funny, man. That's not funny, dog. But yeah. It's rough out there, man. And anything they can do to it's almost like in every industry, everywhere they go, they find a way to sexualize the black man and the black woman. Because that one story I'm talking about, she was standing in front of what I think was her boyfriend, but he was handcuffed, so he can't do nothing. And the cop doing that, it's like,
yeah.
Now if I put hands on you, I'm going to jail. But what you doing is violating.
Some things are worth going to jail for.
Exactly. Ain't no way in hell.
Okay, don't be calling me up saying I just got pulled over and I feel.
Look, if I go down, I'm going out with a bang. Cause ain't no way in hell.
Going out with a blaze of glory.
In a blaze of glory. All right.
You got a few shots in.